Greetings, Pasadenans, and everybody who's watching this video. It is I, your friendly neighborhood Rabbi John Kerry, and I just felt like I had to clarify that for a second because I often say Shalom, Pasadenans, or hello, people from Pasadena. And while we are supported by PJTC and we wanted to make these Omer videos for the people in our community, it was really important to us to make them accessible to everyone, everywhere, who's interested in counting the Omer with us. So somebody had put that in the comments, is it really just for Pasadenans? Wanted to make it clear that it is not. If you're in Pasadena, though, you have no choice but to enjoy these videos. So just want to put that out there. In any case, wherever you're coming from, you're in the right place. And I am delighted to be counting the 20th day of the Omer with you. 20. That means we've been doing this together for almost 3 weeks. Can you believe it? And I am so proud of you for how far you've come and all the work that you've done to get to this point. Go you. You pinch your little cheeks right there. Enough infantilizing. We've got some important stuff to talk about today, including why Tiferet, this divine attribute of balance that humans can aspire to too, why this is so important today. We've talked about my favorite example from the Talmud about God's Tiferet. We've talked about your Tiferet role model. We've talked about when maybe you've been a Tiferet role model for somebody else. We've talked about how important Tiferet's been in Jewish history, whether because people failed at it or because they were super successful in an inspiring way. Today, we're going to rocket into the now. Is Tiferet important today? I don't know. Let's check. In fact, you can check in your own comments and notes and thinking about this. Look back to last week when I asked you, why is Gevurah or judgment important today? And I noticed that we live in a world which is going to require some serious decisions. At PJTC, for example, we're deciding what kinds of things do we let people come back to. But be careful not to say reopening, because as a community, we've never shut down. But we are making important decisions about the presence of multiple people from different households on campus. And those are some critical decisions right now. The future of the synagogue, the future of people's health could impinge on the decisions that we make today. How do we face these decisions, not with gevurah and judgment, but also a measure of chesed in ways that they come together and balance and exhibit Tiferet? So take the last couple of weeks. Where is chesed needed today? Where is gevurah needed today? And think about those areas of your life, the life of this country, this planet. Where do we most need to show up with strength of judgment balanced by loving kindness? And when we strike the right balance, that's when we are exhibiting Tiferet. To go back to my example, all the decisions we're making about having people in person at the temple, there are strict guidelines that we need to follow in order to keep people safe. And yet we can implement those guidelines with compassion, with kindness. We raise the question, do we allow in-person services strictly for people who have been vaccinated? And while we strongly encouraged and expected people to get vaccinated when it was available for them, if we had these kind of segregated services, if you will, that just didn't feel like us. That just didn't feel like the kind of compassion that we like to exhibit in our services, where we hold inclusiveness as a value. So we would rather broadcast our services and sing together on mute than have some people in our synagogue who could come to services and some who couldn't. That's where I think PJTC has exhibited Tiferet in this critical moment. So that's my example. What's yours? Where do you think we need Tiferet today? Where's an area in your life today or in the life of your community where you feel like strict judgment is necessary, but not without compassion and loving kindness in its implementation, in its communication, in how it's done? Can't wait to see the responses people come up with. Please put them in the Facebook comments, comment in the YouTube on this video. Email them to me. I do read those. I don't maybe answer right away, but I do read all of them. Or if you just want to keep it to yourself for now, please put it in a journal or write it down someplace. I will quiz you on it. Remember, I asked you what had happened in the last couple of weeks, and now, because you've been taking a journal, you know the answer to that. So regardless of how faithfully or aspirationally you've been answering these questions, I'm really, really pleased that we've made it now almost 20 days after sundown tonight. So don't forget to count day 20 of the Omer tonight. Can't wait to see you again when we round out this week of Tiferet on day 21. Until then, shalom.